Good evening, Dumela, Sawubona, Sakpase, Namaste, Upshin, Dubroota, Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Buenas noches, bonsoir, and greetings. My name is Doriel, and as Larrier of the LottCarey Wise, that's the Women in Service Everywhere organization, which is an arm of LottCarey.org. And tonight is another episode of the Digital Couch. Thank you so much for joining us over the past couple of weeks. We hope you've enjoyed the content and the people that we have curated in order to bring to you, just in case you cannot get on a plane and go across the world where these amazing people are. Tonight, we will be having a great conversation with Sister Lynn Joseph of Ministry of Grace, Haiti. And so I really would love for you to welcome her into our conversation tonight. Please ask some questions because we know that questions are going to drive the content and we're going to get more out of it when we interact with one another. If you are not following us on LottCarey TV on YouTube or LottCarey Wise Salt on Facebook, please decide to do that. Of course, please share with those people because sharing is caring and ministry matters for justice. On tonight, again, please use the chat in order to ask questions or to drop what we call a poignant point because there are certain things that we may say that we hadn't planned on saying, but we want to hear back from you. Let's welcome Sister Lynn Joseph. Good evening. Good evening. Sak passe.
Nabule.
Excellent. We are so grateful to see you tonight. Let me just say, first of all, that on behalf of the leadership of LottCarey, we have the executive secretary, treasurer, Reverend Emmett L. Dunn, who is a leader of our organization, Jesse Williams, our second vice president, Dr. James Victor, and then of the Women in Service everywhere, we say good evening from Reverend Dr. Angelita Clifton, who is our president, Reverend Dr. Brenda McBurrow, who is our first vice president, and Sister Lynette Richardson, our second vice president. Thank you so much for agreeing to sit on the digital couch with us tonight. And before I continue, everyone knows what day it is. It is Thursday. We always have these on the first Thursday of the month. And so Sister Lynn Joseph is donned in her black. I'm donned in her black because it is Thursdays in black. And that is our opportunity to bring awareness to gender-based violence, which of course is wrong, no matter if it is here or anywhere in the world. And so we stand in the gap for those people who are being affected by gender-based violence. Also on the couch, of course, we have our mugs because we're sitting on the couch. And even though we're going to have conversations that sometimes can have a little smile, but sometimes can have a little moment of review, we're going to take a sip. And this is October. And so look what we have. We have live, laugh, and love because it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So thank you so much, Sister Lynn Joseph. Welcome to the couch. How are you tonight?
Good evening, Wise. I'm good. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share. First of all, let me give my God all the glory and honor for placing me in such a great family, which is LottCarey. I didn't know LottCarey until 2015. I mean, 2015, I've been in Haiti. I was praying for my ministry because I always see other people come to serve as a missionary, but I never see really Black people involved. So I was praying to say, God, I need to see people like myself in the mission field because usually they will send money, but they don't come. And sure enough, God answered my prayer in 2015 after we had a mudslide that took so many lives. And God intervened and sent Miss Cathy from LottCarey, introduced so many big Black men. I keep calling a LottCarey a ministry who have so many big Black men. Since then, we've been friends, we've been family, and LottCarey been supporting us since 2015, and I feel supported by LottCarey. I love all the ministry, and I mean, for 2 years we haven't go to our annual conference because of COVID. We missed that, and we know we lost some lives. And I mean, my heart felt for people who lost family during COVID. And also, I would like to congratulate Dr. Gina being our new president. I'm so happy a woman become LottCarey president. So that's awesome. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Doriel, for giving me the opportunity this afternoon to share about Haiti.
Well, let's get that prophecy. I'm not a doctor yet, but I thank you for thinking that I am. All right.
Oh my God, you act like one, you sound like one, and I think you are one. God knowledge, it's more than a doctorate degree.
Okay, I'll accept that. I accept
Yeah.
that. Y'all heard it, right? I accept that. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, we want you to take us back, and I'm really proud that you shared that your prayer was you were looking for people who look like you
Yes.
to come and to help. And thank you also for sharing that you are aware that money was sent, you were wanting people to come. And so
Yes.
we always have this conversation of, there are those who go and then there are those who send. And we're really, really excited that LottCarey has sent for a long time, and now we are starting to grow the people who go. So thank you so much for acknowledging that, for seeing us do what we can to do that, and sending those who literally have the hands and the feet on the ground to come alongside you in order to help you do the work that you're doing there. Thank you so much. So we're going to get into some details, some facts, and let me preface this by saying, a few weeks ago, when we became aware from the media that allows us to see what is seen, we knew that there were certain things that were reported, and we were sure that there were other things that weren't reported. And so we were really excited to know that you were there at the time that this occurred. And we wanted to be as tactful as possible and as delicate as possible with asking and really praying, can we have a conversation with someone that we do have a partnership with who was there during that time? And God answered our prayers. And so we tiptoed, very carefully. I have to be honest about that. And we were just saying, is it possible to have a conversation? And again, you answered the prayer that we were making. So if you can, as you can, take us back to, you are our eyes, you are our ears. What happened a month ago?
I mean, a month ago, like everyone heard on the news, Haiti was hit by a earthquake 7.2 magnitude that really devastated the south of Haiti. The first one in 2010, the Port-au-Prince area, the north side of Haiti, we lost so many lives, more than 300,000 lives. But this one really devastated the south because the south is built, I mean, with just more mud and sticks and stuff like that. We didn't lose as many lives. I think we lost about over about maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people died. But the devastation, the building. I mean, I serve in a community about 30,000, 38,000 people. That's where I am in Plaisance du Sud. Only 20 minutes where the epicenter was. We don't even have, I would say, more than 7,000 houses just gone because they really was built with just mud and rocks. They still have the roof, but no walls to protect them from the rain or from the wind. So these people live with an old sheet just cover the sticks where they live. So it's sad to see how people live there, and that's where I'm serving at this time. Um, we try to go.
Oh, so if I can ask, on the day that this occurred, you being so close, what did you feel? Did you see, communities around you within, like a visual view of there being shifting and crumbling? What were you able to see?
I wasn't there because I was in the state, but my husband and my brother was there in the midst of it. So
Mm.
my husband described it as, I mean, they thought the whole world was gonna crumble because the houses were just like shaking, and then the really traumatized, something nobody want to leave. And we had people who, because it was 8 o'clock in the morning, so Haitian usually start their day very early. Some of them was already went up to the garden to come with their little livestock and stuff like that, and they have rocks roll over them and kill them. And where my husband was, we have a clinic that my dad had set years ago. That clinic that day, we saw over 500-600 people with, I mean, wound, arm, legs, and crushed head, so many. And we had to transport few boys to the nearest hospital, and we lost some of them. We lost about 45 people where my husband was, and I flew 3 days later to Haiti to be with them and also to be on the ground and serve.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. We saw something, but to have someone who we actually know and have a relationship with to share what it felt like, what it looked like. And you said that you have a clinic, and so the clinic you said was established by your father. And
Yes,
is that for, let's say, a small village, or is it part of the city?
yes.
Where is that located?
It's located in, I will say, 30 minutes from Lekai. Lekai is the big city
Hmm.
where most of the devastation happened, because Lekai has big building. So many big building has collapsed. I remember on my way from the airport, we were trying to sightseeing the stuff. There was still body on the the debris. So where I am, it's about 30 miles from Lekai, and only 20 minutes from the epicenter. So where I am, we have a foundation. They call it Foundation Guillaume. That's where my father was served for over 45 years. He went to be with the Lord, and my brother and my mom still serving there. We serve about 38,000 people. We have a clinic, we have a school, we have about 13 churches, we have an orphanage, we have an elderly home there that we serve, and the community depend on us, because where we are, I will say, it's the bush. You have to go way down and then way up the mountain to find Plaisance. Plaisance du Sud is not in the city, is not where you will. It used to be somewhere car never went, even a motorcycle. It used to be just little trail where donkey and horses and mule used to do. And my dad with the community, they start the road. I mean, he lived to see it. Before he died, he did see a car pop up in Plaisance. But before, it
Wow.
used to be just a trail. So that's where my dad met my mom. And my mom said, if you want to marry me, the condition is to move to the bush where I am, because I'm not leaving my mother, which is my grandmother, and to go to the city with you. So my dad left Lekai, which is the city, to come to live in Plaisance. And he was a doctor, so he was there treating people, taking care of people for 47 years
Sorry. Mhm. Go ahead.
until he passed. And now my brother and my mom are there. And also with Mission of Grace being the ministry where I am from Carey, the north of Haiti. So now we all in the south serving, helping, taking care of the needy.
That is incredible. So I didn't even know all of that information. So literally you are a part of a legacy family who
Yes.
in essence are missionaries, hands and the
Yes.
feet on the ground. They are serving the needy. They're serving the lost at
Yes.
any cost. That's an incredible story in and of itself. So so this organization, so ministry mission, excuse me, Mission of Grace has served, and so this is Mission of Grace Haiti. So there are
Yes.
Mission of Grace other
That's
organizations in
yeah,
other countries.
Mission of Grace Haiti, that's us, but we also serve Foundation Guillaume, where we have an orphanage, where we have an elderly home, where my father had founded that clinic, which is the only hospital if something happened, people can run to get first care before we can transport them to somewhere if there is serious thing. And we have pregnant women can deliver the baby there too. And we have the churches that my father planted. We have 13 churches in this ministry called Foundation Guillaume. So really strong, been there all our life. That's where I was born. All my siblings were born there. They will send us to the city to school, but every vacation, every break, we have to come to the bush to be where we are. So we know how to pick coffees, we know how to work with our hands, we know how to do everything the bush people do. So we love Plaisance, we love the bush. That's where we are. Right now, we they need us more than ever because if you do probably 15 minutes walk, there is no houses who have a wall. All of them, it's just a top and some stick. So right now, what we're doing is try to give them a temporary shelter. We use some tops to go around and cover as many as we can. I think we already put 300 houses. We already have tops, and we have 7,000, but we already do 300, which is a lot. People send tops, people send money. So every day we will do maybe 12 houses or sometimes 15. If it's not a rainy day, we can do more. And we also do a package of food where we take with us when we enclose the houses. We make sure we give food for about 2 weeks. We will bring a bag of rice, some spaghetti, some bean, some oil, and some spices and tomato paste. That way they can cook. And it's a blessing. And we also have we do mobile clinic. There is some people who live way on top. They cannot come to our clinic. What we do, we have a nurse and a doctor who has a bed pack ready to go. They will go twice or 3 times a week, go way up to visit the elderly who cannot come down and the blind, because we have a community who have so many blind people they cannot come down. So we try to reach them because my father used to do that. He used to go where they are. So we're doing the same thing at this time because we know they were victim by the earthquake. So we sent a doctor and a nurse. We have 2 doctors. We left one in the clinic, and one will go up with a nurse to take care of those people.
This is incredible. This is incredible that you are I'm just thinking like you are the hands and feet of Jesus right now. Those
Praise
people
God.
who cannot come, you're going to them, or the people that you're working with are going to them. Now I'm trying to envision, you said that you've done about 300 houses so far, but you have like the equipment or you have the materials for about 7,000. Let me just ask a question. Where did you get all these tarps from? Like, do they exist on the island? Because, it's an island. Do they
Um,
exist in the country or did they get shipped in? who are the other like organizations that are around that have assisted you with this effort that's in Haiti? Who there is helping you?
You'll be surprised where those top come from. When it happened, when the earthquake happened, I was here. So I called my brother and my husband. I said, what do we need right away? They
Right.
said, no houses as wall, so we need some tops. So we put a plea on Mission of Grace website. We say, hey, can people send tops? My house was flooded with tops in less than 2 days. We had to rent a warehouse to receive tops. People
Wow.
from everywhere. Some sent 5, some sent 10, some boxes of tops. So before I left, my assistant were able to ship, I think, 19 big boxes of 100 pounds of tops to us
Okay.
to Haiti. So when they get to Haiti, I think a week and a half later, we start going around and close places.
Okay.
Now, when people say, "What do you need?" I say, "We still need tops because we have more than 6,000 people who still live with sheets, who's covered the door. They don't have any wall."
Okay. So I need whoever is watching this right now, just type in the chat tarps. We will
Yes.
give information at the end of how to, because some people may want to do things through their church. Of course, we're trying to do things through LottCarey, but we've always been trying to figure out what is needed, what can be transported. Is it money that we send to a central a central agency or organization? Thank you for typing in the chat tarps. That's what they need. I appreciate it. Thank you for typing in. Excellent. My people are paying attention because listen, sharing is caring, but let's not send people things that they don't need, right? And we want to be as judicious as possible. And so I'm going to go back to an image that most of us saw during this period of time. So I don't know if it was the day after or what have you, but I think the first image that stuck with me was people who were sleeping on, I guess, like sponge mats, if you will, outside. So it was this image. I don't know who took it, Associated Press, or whoever, but it's an image of people that were just sort of like laying on rows, and they said that they're afraid to go inside. And to us in the States, and I'll say I'm a New Yorker, so to me as a New Yorker, I'm thinking, why are they afraid? Not really why they're afraid to go inside, but I just needed to ask the question, why are they sleeping out there like that? And they said, oh, the response was, they have no walls. And that which they do have, or what is still standing, any aftershock
After we'll drop it.
will drop anything that they have. And so they cannot go inside. And my mind went, you not only don't have a shelter, but that which is standing, you can't even be near it
Mm-mm.
because it may tumble,
Yes.
roll. And at that moment, I was breathless. I was speechless. Yes, I was aware of the earthquake that happened, 11 years ago. My awareness now is different because I'm a bit older. And so just hearing that and then seeing that image, I was speechless. So I am thankful that something that is very accessible and that makes sense, it is pragmatic, is being given to us again as individuals, because there are people who are outside of LottCarey community who are watching this, who can say, oh, tarps, easy to get. We know it's uh, long standing, at least, for the period of time. And we know that it's like an immediate need that can really literally cover, literally
Yes.
and figuratively, people. So thank you very much for sharing that. Oh, thank you. So someone just said, thanks to ask for what's needed. Yes, and yeah, so we will definitely thank you so much for the person who said, please share how those can support this initiative. We definitely will. That's why we're here. We're here again. This is for those people who are outside of the LottCarey community. This is the LottCarey Baptist Farm Mission Convention. approximately 200 years old. We're about to celebrate our bicentennial in the next couple months. And this is one of our the partners that LottCarey comes alongside in our global community. And this is Sister Lynn Joseph of Mission of Grace, Haiti. And so we really were biting our nails a month ago when we had scheduled another conversation, and then we saw that this was happening, and we knew that we already had a partnership. We knew that we already had some hands and feet on the ground in Haiti, some mission projects that we were currently working on, and we literally just had to shift the conversation. We had to pause, we had to pray, we had to be thoughtful and say, yes, what can we do, but who can we talk to that's going to have a direct conversation, a direct eyes and ears. And so we were very, very blessed that, again, Sister Lynn Joseph was able to take some time out. And even though things are not 100% settled, they're at least manageable to an extent where people have accessed the devastation. People across that country, the world, have responded in ways that they can, and certain government agencies, of course, have tried to pitch in. So that's where I would like to shift this conversation to now. Your organization is one of the organizations that's on the ground. And then there are, now we're going to sort of move out, right? We're going from micro to macro. So the next level, what other organizations in the country, whether that be governmental or like other global initiatives that are supporting you?
Um, I see um, Samaritan Purse in Haiti.
Samaritan Purse. Okay. Some people know Samaritan. So can someone
Yeah,
type that in the chat? Samaritan Purse.
they're there. They're not supporting us, but I see them in Lekai giving out food, giving water, giving tops, and also Mission of Hope on, on the ground. They gave us some boxes of food at the beginning. About I think they're sending a helicopter where we are with 700 boxes of food. So they help us. That day, I remember we had so many people. We had a line who has more than 1,000 of people receiving those boxes. The helicopter dropped to our soccer field, and of course, Doctors Out of Borders there.
Doctors Without Borders. God
Well,
bless. Excellent.
they're there. And we have Atlanta of Haiti, Atlanta for Haiti. It's an organization who help Mission of Grace, who send tops, who send stuff also for Mission of Grace. We have Team Haiti, which is an organization there based on Jacksonville. I mean, they've been on the ground since the first earthquake, 2010, and they still support Mission of Grace. I mean, heavily. They're there. I mean, they flew with me the same day I left. They went there to do the work. They moved the elderly to a safer home, and they were there giving out tops, food, and stuff like that. And we have Field for Philadelphia for Haiti. It's another organization who came and really to be part of this. God never sent us alone. When He approves, He provides. There is so many people that call to come, but
Right.
because of the situation of Haiti, the unrest, and the COVID things, it's not easy for people to come. But
Right.
God still placed us in people's heart, and some people do take the chance and come, because before you could have just come to Port-au-Prince and take a car, drive 6 hours to go to Lekai, and then another 2 hours to go to Plaisance. But now, because the road is so bad, there is kidnapping going on, so people don't want to take the road anymore. So now they have to flew to Lekai. So there is a small airplane will take about 30 people. That's where that's how our team been travel. It's
So let me just draw an analogy here. Did
yes,
you say driving 6 hours
six
and then
hours.
another 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a New Yorker. So in my mind, that is like driving to Charlotte. North Carolina from New York, 6 hours to Virginia, and then another 2 to 3 hours to
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yes.
That's a long time in a car. I'm I'm just I'm just trying to give some relationship here. So I'm very, very touched. I'm moved. Again, I'm a little speechless. Like yourself is incredible, bar none. The stick to itiveness, the dedication. And you said something earlier. You said, I think you said, where God allows, he provides, or where he approves, he provides.
Yeah, when he approved to provide.
Somebody has to type that in. When God approves, he provides.
Yes.
Because again, in my head, I'm thinking that the part of the country that is on, or the part of the island, right? We're not going to get into that, that Haiti is on. When people say there's an earthquake in 2010, and now there's another, earthquake now, I'm thinking that, let's say, the entire that edge is devastated. So where is all of this stuff coming from? If you have to take a helicopter to drop, you said 700 boxes of food,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
right? In my head, I'm thinking, but there's like thousands of people there. How much is that going to stretch? And if the roads, and because of the political unrest, how are the people, as you said, you're serving the people up on the mountains, in the
Yes.
mountains, how what are they holding on to? What are they holding on to? And then the dedication of, you said, Doctors Without Borders, or you have your own team, but you said there's two doctors, right? One
Yes.
stays and one goes. This is 2021.
Yes.
It almost sounds it. Listen, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it almost sounds like the story that would be back decades ago. But the
Yes.
fact that you said that your mother said, if we gonna be together, you got to come out the city. You got to come and
Yes.
get your hands in the stuff. Like, you have
On
to
the
come
push.
and continue
Yes.
to
No.
support
Yes.
and provide and protect. We don't need to leave the mountains. We don't need to leave, as you said, the bush, because that's where our family is. That's
Yes.
where
No
our heart is.
electricity. Nothing. Mm.
You're gonna have me crying. Okay, listen. So now let's move again, little macro, a little more macro. So we have, and let me see if I thank you so much for the people who are taking notes. When God approves, he provides. Yes, 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 yes. So we have Mission of Grace, we have Team Haiti, we have Doctors Without Borders, we have Phil
Internet. Stop. Come on, internet.
Hi. Can you hear me? Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who is still here. I do appreciate it. Sometimes things happen. Things happen. And let me just interject for the record. Thank you again for those people who are still here. Sister Lynn and I were going to have this conversation, and she was in Haiti a few days ago, and I said, listen, what I think we should probably do is we should pre-record it just in
Yeah.
case, because she said that the Wi-Fi and the internet was a bit unstable while she was in Haiti. And so thank you so much for, you know, the internet chiefs who are overseeing this conversation. So as we'll start to then wrap this up. Again, as before we're so rudely interrupted. Um, we were just talking about all the people and the like the stick to itiveness and the dedication and the endurance that people have shown who are there. And some people, and I was saying that it almost sounds like this is decades ago, but this is 2021. And how how people around the world are responding to this is an outpouring of, again, of love, of concern, whether you are born and raised in and connected to the Haitian community, whether, and that's the micro level, or if you are part of the larger community, it's into America. It's beautiful to see how people are responding. So we're going to start to wrap this up because I think the internet is kind of acting a little strange. Um, how can we continue to share the information about how Mission of Grace is doing work? How can we support Mission of Grace? And if it's tarps, great, but if it's more than tarps, what can we do as an organization, as WISE, as Women in Service Everywhere, like Carey? Tell us what you need from us right now.
Um, LottCarey had reached out to us since the beginning when it happened. They did support us financially. Uh, I spoke to Reverend Dome. He was trying to come as soon as he can to assess the damage. So we really appreciate his effort to come, or probably to bring some people with him. So they did really support us financially, and the money that was sent, we were able to feed the people, buy more rice, more oil, more bean, and also more medicine, so we can do what we wanted to do. And also we have JJS ministry, which is Deacon Vernon. He's also from LottCarey. He support us. My goodness, never a week pass by he doesn't send money to buy more food. He will call and say, "What do you need, Miss Lynn?" I'm like, "We need more food." Every day we send people away because we don't have food. So he's like, "Okay, you can buy food in Haiti." I'm like, "Yes, as long as we have money in hands, we can." So we are so grateful for LottCarey, who stand behind us so strongly. And JJS is Mr. Vernon ministry, but also a LottCarey, minister. So we thank you for that. And your question was, how can you support? How can you help? Please continue to pray for wisdom and also for strength while we're on the ground, because it's not easy. While I was there, I had to have the doctor give me, I think, 3 or 4 IVs. I was dehydrated. I wasn't feeling well. I lost my voice. It's hot. It's the condition. It can be really draining. So
Right.
please pray for wisdom for all the workers who come and serve, and also pray for strength. And also, please support us financially, because with your dollar, when it comes to Haiti, it's $20. It's not a dollar anymore. So don't ever think, "Oh, it's only $10 I have, I can support." Yes, you can. You can feed a family for a week or two with $40. You can put food in that house. So
Somebody type
yes,
that in.
yes. So you can don't ever think it's too small. Um, God bless us to be in a country where we not everything is not okay, but at least we can have food. But those people, not only they don't have a dry place to sleep, some of them go to bed hungry. So at this time, food it's essential. I mean, those kids they need babies need formula. Pregnant women need nutrition. Elderly folks need food. There is not a day go by we don't have a line of people waiting at the foundation for food. So what we try to do instead of line them up every day, we go to the house. That way we make sure they get it. We make sure someone don't come every day. We make sure we take it to their house every week or every 2 weeks. So yes, prayer financially. So we can buy medicine, we can get tops, we can get food. That's what we need.
Excellent. So I'm going to ask everyone who's paying attention right now. And so it looks like there's about 28 people watching. I just need you to type this in 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Everyone just type in 10, 10, 10. The organizations that you are connected to, if you are a part of a LottCarey, excuse me, church or organization that's connected with LottCarey, or you are a part of a ministry, or you're watching someone who knows someone who's part of this organization, 10, 10, 10 is the key word. The Women in Service Everywhere, which is the arm of the LottCarey organization that we are a part of and we're chatting about right now, excuse me, is sponsoring what's called a 10, 10, 10. And that is 10 people, in, let me get it straight, 10 people inviting another 10 people to give $10.
Wow.
And if you think about that, that's like 100 people, right? Think about that. To give $10, which in my mind, easy math, right? It's $1,000. Okay. But ask somebody who you know who's a part of this organization. Are they a part of a 10 10 10? And the 10 10 10 is a giving circle. So it could be a small, like fundraising club, organization, or group of people. If you can find a 10 10 10 group or a 10 10 10 club, be one of those 10 10 10s. Be one of the 10 who's going to invite another 10. For me, it's a trip to Starbucks. It's a trip to Starbucks. Those of you who know, it's a trip to Starbucks. But if that 10 can then become 20 and it comes from my pocket and it goes to the mouths of babies and women, and let's not forget the men, okay? The men, the elderly, those people who are there. Most of us here, wherever we are, we have more than enough. In this situation, when I saw that there were people who were sleeping outside and I heard that they are, quote, afraid to go back to where they are because where they are may just tumble and crumble on top of them. And I actually posted on my Facebook post and I said, how many of us are snuggling under blankets and sheets right now?
Mm,
And then I just said, there are hundreds of thousands of
mhm.
people who have to sleep outside.
Outside. Yeah. We still have aftershock.
Right. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to read a couple of posts in the chat, which is why it's very helpful. Please post in the chat things that you hear us say, because there are certain things that we decided to talk about, but then there are other things that come up, and it's just very viable for this conversation to keep the conversation going. So again, the 10-10-10 is the Women in Service Everywhere initiative. It is a giving circle. If you do not know of a 10-10-10 group, you can actually start your own 10-10-10 group. Yes, you can create your own 10-10 group, 10-10-10 group. And yes, the $10 goes along. So if there are individuals, and again, you don't have to know somebody who is living there, but if you live in a let's just say a chocolate city, those people who know what I'm talking about know, it's not going to be very difficult to find a group of people that are either from there directly or connected to a group of Haitian communities. So you can either ask your local church or if you, again, you know of a church that you're friends with someone, or if you just want to start a giving circle, definitely you can do it on your own if you're not connected to a LottCarey church. But of course, if you are connected to a LottCarey church or the LottCarey organization, then it's great to also funnel that money there. But here is the person who, in this situation, would be seeing that $1 becomes the $2 to get some basic staples into these communities, whether it's the tarp or whether it's the rice and the beans and the oil, or whether it's the medicine. It is all needed. And I want to just say, it may sound really, really small to you. I want to say thank you for saying you wanted, before 2015, your prayer was to see people who look like you.
Yes.
I am a child of the 70s. I remember going to sleep seeing people who don't look like us in areas that were like us. And I didn't see people like us caring for the people who look like us. Some of you understand what I'm talking about. But to hear that in 2015, you were still praying for that? Let me just say thank you to LottCarey for being one of the organizations who decided not just to send, but to go.
Yes.
You can send and you can go. They are our sisters. They are our brothers. They are we. We are them. I want to thank you so much, Sister Lynn Joseph of Mission of Grace Haiti, for spending some time with us, for sharing what is happening as you are the hands and the feet on the ground. We thank you for being the eyes and the ears. We thank you for giving of yourself. We thank you for allowing God to empower you to be there, to take care of your family, to see that your extended family is taking care of the needs of the elders, the children. We're glad from the LottCarey to be a partner with you and to be a partner and help you do what you're doing. Can you please do me a favor and just drop the names of the organization, how we can contact Mission of Grace directly? Because we are also representative of churches who are not part of LottCarey on this call, because we're actually broadcasting in a lot of different places. Those people who are not a part of LottCarey, follow us, continue to follow us on LottCarey TV, LottCarey TV on YouTube, and then also in the Facebook group, which is LottCarey Wise Salt in Facebook, LottCarey Wise Salt, to get more updated information. You can tag, you can follow Mission of Grace, but do what you can. Do what you can. So let us know how we can connect with you and connect with Mission of Grace.
Yes, we have mission Instagram at Mission of Grace, and also Facebook, and we have our website, mission of www.missionofgracehaiti.com
Wait,
and
is it .com or .org?
.com.
Okay, okay, good.
.com.
Someone type that in for me.
Haiti.
www.missionofgracehaiti.com. Thank you. Okay.
And yes, go there, support, sponsor a child, you can feed a family, anything. And just remember, uh, some people cannot go like you say, but you can give, you can pray, all that for the glory of God. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share. And again, LottCarey always been a friend who opened my borders with people like me. And I always say when kids at the orphanage see people like themselves, they see an
Amen.
uncle, a mom, a dad, a brother. So please come and hold a baby. Just share the love. And now there is so many school that was devastated. So kids are being, I just have a thought and forced it to go to school under. My prayers is for people to come and rebuild. Right now, we're doing temporary help, temporary shelter. But please pray so we can get people who will be able to help rebuild houses. to put some single mom back in their home with their kids, to those older folks who's in the street, to put them back in a safe home. And also, please pray so we can build our school for the foundation. It's a school that was that educated over 300 kids every year, free. They don't have to pay anything for anything. Now it's really uh, not safe for the kids to go in. What we do, we were asking for tents. So we have people that send us tents. I think we have about 11 of them coming soon. We're going to put classroom in each tent until we be able to rebuild the school. So if you have people who can do construction, if some people listen, can help rebuild that school, it will be appreciated, and your reward will be in God's hands, because we need that school to be safe so the children can go back in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So there are, thank you so much again for the people who were taking notes. Yes, please go to, let me just read the last few comments. So definitely, once again, you can create your own giving circle, a 10-10-10 group. $10 definitely does go a long way. And someone said, if you can't get $10 less or more, don't, if you can't get 10, you can get less than that, but don't stop at 10. Of course, if you want to go do more as well. You can also go to LottCarey.org and donate to help Haiti. There is, here we go. So there are some basic needs like medicine, tarp for housing, food, baby formula, and definitely pray for those helping on the ground. Here's another comment that LottCarey is definitely supporting those immediate needs. And one more. Oh, please, you can follow us at LottCarey Wise Salt on Facebook for more of this information. And somebody thankfully put that Mission of Grace is on Instagram.
Yes.
Fabulous. Excellent. And this is from our president of WISE, Dr. Angelita Clifton, who says, you are definitely a blessing to the kingdom of God, Sister Lynn Joseph.
Praise God. Praise God. To
We
God be
thank
the
you.
glory.
Yes, we thank you so much for staying with us during this period of time, even though with our little technical glitch. We appreciate you. Please continue to follow us again, either at LottCarey Wise Salt on Facebook, or you can follow us on LottCarey TV. The next few things that are coming up, again, every first Thursday of the month, we have a LottCarey Wise digital couch conversation with one of our mission partners or one of uh, the leadership of LottCarey. And we'll be reaching out to a number of people just to say, hey, let us know what's going on, because not many people are flying, but we can always, as I say, push the live button and get a chance to have a conversation with people. And so we wish you well. Those people who are in LottCarey, you know that we have a lot of things that is happening. And so look for us on our LottCarey Wise Salt page on Facebook. We have our book study coming up next week. And so we look to see you then. Last thing I will say, Sister Lynn, you ready? Sac passe.
Nabule.
I love you dearly. To
Love you
everyone,
too.
good night, and we will see you in the Lot Carey Facebook group. But again, we will see you all next month here on the Lot Carey Wise Digital Couch.
On behalf of Mission of Grace, thank you, everyone.